Hey guys, what's up? Basketballer here. We are now on this fifth prediction or fifth game for this November 29, 2021 NBA game day. This is the game between Indiana Pacers and Minnesota Timberwolves. This will happen 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so that's 9 a.m. here in Manila. Indiana Pacers are displaying a record of 9 wins and 13 losses, while Minnesota Timberwolves finally hitting that 500% mark with 10 and 10. Before we proceed, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Baller, to please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. I've also placed the PayPal account information and my GCash account information below for those who would want to send some cash donations or tips, and any amount will surely be appreciated. All right, let's get down to the matter. Indiana Pacers, 9 wins, 13 losses for their past 10 games. They've won 5 and lost 5. Finally, it seems like they were able to get those guys who were initially out at the start of the season, and I guess it's just Warren who is still listed as out. But they still can't get to the groove. They would win like a couple of games, and they would lose one, and they would win again, and they would lose a couple. Again, for the past 10 games, they've won 5. So it's not like they're doing bad lately, but they ain't doing good as well. So Indiana Pacers, they have to find that groove. They have to find that rhythm, and they have to pile wins because they started out soft, and they started out weak on this season. So they got to make sure that they would need to pile those wins up so that they can get to at least a 500% mark and have a chance towards the playoffs. Good thing about Indiana Pacers is that they're at 9 and 13. It's not that far yet, and it's too early still. So there's still a lot of chance. Now for Minnesota Timberwolves, that's what actually they did. They started out soft. Their record was just, man, very poor. But lately, Minnesota Timberwolves, you know, they they've been they've been legit. Actually, they're ranked number 7 now in the Western Conference with a record of 10 and 10. And for their past 10 games, they've won 7. 7 out of last 10, and we're talking about Minnesota Timberwolves. Man, that's almost unbelievable. For real. For real. D'Angelo Russell for me is the main key. Notice when D'Angelo Russell is out, and whenever they actually are in need of points, they just don't know what to do. It's not, and it ain't like D'Angelo Russell is the one who's going to score all the time. It's just that D'Angelo Russell is legit as a point guard, man. He knows what to do. He knows when to pass, and he is a shooter now. It's not like he can't shoot before, but man, have you seen that? Have you seen those 3-point shots that he did against Philadelphia? Those were crazy shots, man. Whew. Minnesota Timberwolves, man. I'm loving to see them. And also, what I love about Minnesota is that they have a lot of willing role players. When I say willing role players, they're willing to sacrifice their own body, their playing time, and they're always prepared whenever they are called. You can count on them that they would be able to give you maybe a couple of rebounds, a couple of sacrifices of their body so that they can get offensive fouls. I'm talking about Prince. I'm talking about Reed. Those types. Uh, Too bad, I guess Patrick Beverly ain't playing on this game. I'm not really sure. Let me double check. Um, yeah, Patrick Beverly is still listed as out on this game. And for Indiana Pacers, it's actually Warren, just like what we've talked about earlier. So there you go. So let's check on the spread for this game. It's -4 Minnesota. Um, this is hard. This is hard, really, man. Indiana Pacers. We know Indiana Pacers can actually score. Um, and again, the only problem for me is for them to find their rhythm, for me to 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 for them to be able to figure out how to win consecutively, and they'd be back. For Minnesota Timberwolves, they've found that. They found that right now. I wonder. I wonder if once this game starts, as to who's gonna take on Cat. Um, and Anthony. Well, for Anthony Edwards, they would have a couple. For Indiana, -4. I would want to go to Minnesota for real, but um, the minus. I'm just contemplating. Hmm. Let me check on one more thing here, real quick. One moment. Um, so I can finalize my decision, man. This was one of the hardest picks for real, for today. And again, Indiana is not like a bad team, so you just got to make sure, man. All right, I'm checking on the past games of Indiana. Well, they've actually had a couple of good games. I mean, good wins. I'm talking about their wins against Chicago, their win against Toronto, and yeah, the thing about Indiana is that whenever they lose bad. Like they lost against Milwaukee for 18 points, and they lost against Los Angeles Lakers. And normally, if you would check the record, Los Angeles Lakers don't normally win with like 7 points and above deficit. You can check it out with the Pistons, with their Pistons win earlier, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna pick my side, and I'm gonna go with Minnesota, the home team right now. Minnesota is at home. Minnesota, I think, would be able to cover that spread -4. They have the momentum. For me, they are more complete in the sense that they know how each other works now. Pacers, it's like they're still trying to figure things out. So I'm gonna pick with Minnesota -4. Again, Timberwolves -4. Peace out. Pase love and God bless.